There we go. Well, hello YouTube. It's another cloudy day, as you can see. We're back here on, it's a Saturday. Working on Blue Thunder here. Now, I'm not sure whether it shows or not, but there's a couple parts that have been replaced since the last time I turned the camera on. Something a little bit shiny. That's right. I finally replaced the old rad. Now, the story behind the rad, there is. The rad I replaced wasn't actually original to this truck. It was out of a 1979 Ford F350, but it was out of the parts truck that I got rid of a little while ago. So story behind that is the rad that came with this truck, which is pretty much exactly the same rad, started leaking. And this is about, I don't know, about 3 years ago. So I went to go get that one replaced with the new one, which at the time I didn't really want to switch over to aluminum yet because I liked the old style. I wanted to keep this truck as original as possible, but no one had it in stock. This was during COVID times, and if I wanted one, I could get one, wait I think it was 6 weeks, and they were about $3,000. So that's a bit much. My pocketbook was a little bit depleted at that time, so I figured, well, you know what? I got a parts truck. Let's see what this rad can do. So I pulled that rad out. I went and took it to a rad shop, got it pressure tested just to see if it would work or not. I didn't want to do all that work just in case, but I came back to the rad shop. It's got decent flow. It's not the best, but you'll probably be able to run on it for a while. So that was 3 years ago, and I honestly never had a flow problem. Truck never overheated on me, but the other day I went to go run some errands, Blue Thunder, look underneath it, and well, there was a puddle. So first I thought, hey, some animal peed under my truck. But no, it wasn't pee, it was coolant. So had to get a new rad. So again, I looked for original style. I wanted over $3,000 for original one, and only one place had one. I called around a few other places. Fortunate enough, I realized the last little while, CanWest Auto Parts has really come through for me. They've been able to get a lot of parts for this truck. Starting with the rad here, I was able to get the new master cylinder from Lordco, I believe, but the master cylinder is aftermarket, and it does both GM and Ford trucks. So the fittings inside here are for the GM style. Well, the problem is I have Ford brake lines, so they were a different size, and I couldn't find an adapter anywhere with everybody, but CanWest again helped me out with that. So yeah, rad's new. Can't remember if I did tell you guys about my new fuel pump, so I got that fixed. I think it might have been the original one from the truck. Again, this truck is 1979, so that's 45 years. So you know what? I think that's a pretty good run. So yeah, the fuel pump cost me about $45. The master cylinder cost me $50. The fittings cost me 3 days of frustration and some loss of sleep and about $7. So you know what, it was worth it to have brakes again, so I can get this truck to start, to stop, and everything in between. So she's doing good. I got a new fan belt for the alternator, not a big deal, but she no longer squeaks when I fire her up. So I just got it at the shop here, and I was going to clean it up and give it a bath. As you can see, it is a cloudy day, but the clouds are starting to dissipate, so we're going to be taking this for a trip today out to Ladner. So going back to the old stomping grounds where the inspiration for this truck started. And since I'm at the shop anyways, I've noticed I managed to accumulate a little bit of dirt here. Now I don't know whether that was from me or the guys at the shop jumping in and out of the truck, but you know what? I'm just going to vacuum that up, give it a little bit of cleanup. So vacuuming on the inside. Got my Canadian crack there, Tim Hortons double, so get me caffeinated first before I do that. And so give it a vacuum, give it a wash and wash the outside, make her look good for a ride out to Ladner. Let's get to her. Story time part 2. Something I failed to mention, we got the sending units done, and when we replaced the sending units, we also did replace some fuel line. And when we replaced the fuel line, we left it a little bit too long because we were having problems with it dying on us, so we just wanted to make sure we can get it going. I think when we replaced the sending units, we stirred up some stuff in this tank, more than just my pocketbook. It took 3 guys about 3 hours to get one of the tanks done in the back tank. The front one was no problem, but so anyways, we left the fuel line a little too long. what happened was it stuck out, and actually it was rubbing up against the fan belt, so it wore a hole through the fuel line. So I was sucking in extra air and less gas, and she didn't want to go. She would die on me. So fortunately, the worst it got happened right here in front of work, and all the guys were standing around. A bunch of them jumped onto the truck to figure it out, and I was cranking on it, and at the same time I was cranking on it, terminal over here started smoking. So I had to get a new one of those guys. Fortunately, the parts store, which is just right there, was still open. They're able to get a new battery terminal, put that on, and she starts like a dream now. That, and because we left the fuel line a bit long, it was a soft line, we were able to shorten it up, put the clamp back on, and she starts real nice. I noticed when the tanks get a little bit about half full or less, it gets a little bit harder to start, but I think that's my fault. I screwed up on some calculations, added some fuel additive. I think I added way too much. So I think once I burn through all that, it'll get a lot easier to go through. So it's always a good story when it comes to these old cars. Every day is always an adventure. And yeah, it might not be the best idea to daily drive something this old, but I live by the phrase, just because it's a bad idea doesn't mean it won't be a great time or a great story later. There we go, guys. Got her quickly vacuumed out. She's not perfect, but definitely a lot better. As I will one day replace this carpet, as it does have some stains. I just haven't decided whether I want to go with the lighter blue color like it's got right now, or the darker blue color, which will match this guy. So not sure which will look better. If you guys got suggestions or comments, leave them down below the video, guys. I'm open to different insights. Maybe you guys have thought of something that I haven't yet, but I think Mother Nature must have heard that I was gonna wash my truck, because now it's starting to rain again. So I'm gonna do the right thing and wash the truck anyways. I don't think you guys want to watch me wash the entire truck, but so I'll shut the camera off here in a second. But reminder, guys, before you start washing your vehicle, make sure the window's up all the way. And that could have had an interior wash without intending to. Well, got her cleaned up now. So she's shinier than she was. Not perfect. Again, this is a 45-year-old truck. It's been repainted once, and it looks like a backyard job, so it wasn't perfect, but she's got a little bit of shine to her now, which definitely helps. Like the original truck looks, keep her like that for now. And while I was cleaning, I had a squirrel moment, like, oh, these look kind of rusty. So I went and tacked them with some Craigslist rebuild spray, aka black spray paint. So I think they cleaned up pretty nice. Wait for them to dry a little bit more, and we'll put the pads back on and call her good. Well, here we are. Paint's a little drier now. I think that looks at least 33% better. Makes it look a little bit better. It looks a little bit nicer than looking at the rust. You can see my brake pad, or my emergency brake pad is kind of worn. It's breaking off, so it looks crooked, but that's the only way it'll stay on right now. But I think I'll get a new one, order that. Luckily, parts like that aren't too expensive. But looks about 33% better. I think it made improvement. And at the end of the day, if you can make it look 1% better after 99 days to that, it's like car looks like 33% better. So hey, that's a win. All right, that didn't cost me too much. It was spray paint that we had laying around at work anyway. So thanks, guys. And of course, because I decided to wash my truck, this rainstorm happened to just go through, so she got a little dirty again, but at least I got rid of all the bug splatters and the greasy fingerprints from me and the other two mechanics working on the truck for this past week. I'd give a big shout out to Joe and Peter, and Awkward, of course, for giving me a hand finding parts and helping put them on this old girl. Help me make it home and back to work again. Thanks, guys. Hi, guys. It's me, Katie. I'm still here. I haven't been on the YouTubes in a while, so my human thought it'd be a good idea I say a few things. Did you know that we got a new family member? Yeah, I know, it's so exciting. I'm just overjoyed. Can't you tell? Oh, I think I hear them now. I hear noises. Jeremy, better check it out. What we got hiding here? It's a new family member. Everybody, this is Ford. Ford has already made an appearance on one of my YouTube shorts. He is a very sneaky cat. He's coming out of one of his favorite hiding spots. the recliner. It's amazing. I didn't think there was enough room for a cat to hide in there, but apparently there is. He looks to hide there when things get too much for him. Doing a quick head count, that's 2 humans, 1 doggo, and 1 cat. In a trailer that's 32 feet long. Got 2 slide outs, which help a lot, but still not a very big space. Well, Ford has said his piece and now he's gonna go hide in the bedroom. You guys, something I mentioned on my bio on my channel is that I'm a person that does have a disability. I have cerebral palsy. It affects my right side. If you're new to the channel, check out my earlier videos to talk more about it. I know a good number of people that do have CP are non-verbal, so they can't speak at all. I do pretty good. I'm able to talk most times, but I've noticed over the last little while, maybe just I'm getting more self-conscious about it, but I stutter and my tongue gets twisted and the words just don't want to come out. They're in the head, but they're not coming out the mouth. So I think I'm going to work more on that. So there's going to be more talking videos, I think, and maybe I can improve it. You know, I've only been working on it the last couple days, but I think I have noticed a little bit of improvement. So I thought I'd share that with you guys again. If you're curious about it, check out my earlier videos. I have a couple of them dedicated to just my CP adventure. So first one I think is CP and Me, and then there's CP and Me Part 2. So check those out. And thanks for tuning in.